I highly suggest that new single moms, not married moms, but single moms, should stay away from the dating market. And I'm going to tell you why. When you are a new mom or when you are pregnant, your body has gone through different phases and has changed drastically. And in the process, some of you have lost yourself. Some people's pregnancy is smooth, it's beautiful. Some women glow more when they're pregnant and they look more beautiful, and some women, they look ugly. Okay, we're just gonna call a spade a spade. Some women, pregnancy makes them look ugly. They have a big nose, they have a dark neck, they look like a whale sometimes. And even after they give birth, if the labor room was not successful, or there was a lot of complications, chances are you probably still feel like a whale after you give birth, and you're probably not feeling beautiful. Okay, and so when you have a newborn, okay, when you've given birth to your child, you have a newborn, at the same time you're not feeling sexy, you're not feeling great, you're not feeling like you've got yourself back, it is a bad idea to still get into the dating market with all of that going on. You need time for yourself, for that baby, and for the house. Because now you have to adjust the house in a way that it can accommodate this baby. Because a lot of times you're going to put on the heating, depending on what season you're in. And taking care of yourself alone, I don't know about you, but being an adult and taking care of yourself is something that you constantly have to put on your mind every single day, because it's so easy to just lose yourself in the schedule of everything. Especially when you go to a job 9 to 5, then you only have from 6 to like 11 to like cook a meal, make sure that kids have prep the homework, prep next day school. Then you're trying to keep up with the news. Then you need to brush your teeth, wash your face. Like, it's just a lot you have to squeeze in within that 6 to 11 at night. Okay. And so when you're getting into the dating market and you've just got a newborn baby, now you're going to look for somebody who has to look after that newborn baby. Some of you wait when the baby's 3 to 6 months, and now you're struggling to find a minder or a childcare or a nanny to look after that baby while you go on a day. And Lord help you if you don't get a phone call from one of those people to say, hey, come pick your child up, your child is sick. I just think that dating while you have a newborn is you just adding stress upon stress. Because taking care of that newborn and trying to get yourself back to the way you were before the baby is going to take time. We're talking about like 1 to 2 years. I'm not even talking about a couple of months. Now, me personally, I did not have a C-section when I was pregnant. I had an epidural and it was just normal delivery. And so when I gave birth, on the day after, because the epidural had numbed my legs and everything. So I think by the 3rd day I was home, and after 2 weeks I went back to school. Everything was okay. I just had to be careful with my back, and everything was okay. And even at that, I didn't immediately feel like I got so much energy. I had enough to, do what I needed to do in a day, but I have to reprogram myself and get back into some routine, and it takes time to feel yourself back again after you've given birth. It really takes time. And I think when you're trying to still get back into the dating world, still take care of a newborn and take care of yourself, you just put yourself in a whole bunch of stress. And when I say these things, then people are like, oh, but what if you find the love of your life? What if you meet the love of your life tomorrow? How do you know he's the love of your life? How do you know he's the love of your life? How do you know that? Because you've got your mind on that. That's why when you come across a dude, that's why you're thinking like that. That's why you're thinking like that. Most dudes won't even date a woman who's just given birth. It's too early. It's way too early. They could be friends with you. They can, chit chat, but it's way too early. It's way too early. We have to prioritize and know what is good for us in a particular season and what's not going to work in a particular season. And if your mind is truly focused on yourself and getting yourself back and getting the kid back, honestly, you wouldn't even care about love. Because when you are part of this channel, the Rich Mom Mindset, we think in abundance. We know that there's billions and billions and billions of people out there. There's not just one person. So if you meet someone who likes you today and you had to say bye-bye because I'm not where I want to be and I don't feel like we know that there's 5.2 million other men out there in the whole, on the whole planet called Earth. All right. And within 5.2 million, there's got to be somebody that's going to like you. There's got to be somebody that will want to wife you up and will want to spend the rest of their life with you. When you are thinking in the Rich Mom mindset, we think in abundance. We don't think from a place of scarcity. And so we don't do things like, oh my gosh, what if I don't meet the love of my life ever again? Maybe this is the only one. No, 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 no. We're willing to let it go and believe that if it's right, it'll come back at the proper time. Because dating someone who could be right and you're in the wrong season because you're trying to get yourself back could make that relationship wrong altogether. It could make it wrong altogether because now the man has to spend time affirming you, encouraging you and let you know, oh, your fupa is okay. That lower belly is not that bad. Oh, don't worry. We can go to the gym together. He's more of a therapist than a boyfriend. He's more of a therapist than the man that you need him to be in your life because he came at a season where you actually need therapists, where you need professional help, where you need someone affirming you. But when you get yourself back on track and that kid is growing and you're getting yourself back, you would then have a boyfriend who's not going to play that therapist role because you've done the work. So it's important to know what and what not should not be happening in particular seasons of your life. When I gave birth to my kid, I was not thinking about a relationship. I was not even thinking about a relationship. I was just doing flings. Oh, I like you. You like me. Okay, cool. Date here, date. That was it. Nothing deep. I then came across a dude who was like, oh, I'd like to introduce you to my parents because I see this going somewhere and I want us to get married. And I just told him straight away that I'm not prepared for that. My mind is not there. I don't care for that. And you know how men are. When they want something, they're so selfish that whatever you say, they don't really care. As long as it's what they want, that's all. So when I told him that, he didn't think I was serious. So he would take me out on dates and he'll still talk about his parents here and there. And he'll still tell me about how our future would look like here and there. And I would keep telling him, I don't care about that. I'm not interested. That's not where I'm at right now. I just want to have fun and I just want to chill. That's all. And my kid was 2 years old at this point. When I said this, my kid was 2 years old at this point because I'm not ready for a dude to try and play daddy role in my kid's life. Like what? Like what? No. I wasn't prepared for any of that. And I just knew it wasn't the time. It was not the time. And guess what? After I let him go, because he was a good man. He was a good man. When I let him go, many years later, I've encountered dudes that are way better looking, better position. And so you should never have this mindset that, oh, this could be the one and only and I may never ever meet. Who told you that? Who told you that? Have you not seen divorced people remarry again? They left a happily married life. They got divorced and they married another dude and they're still happy. I know you're so used to seeing toxic stuff, but I've seen this happen. Divorced people will remarry again. Have you ever noticed that when men lose their wife, whether she died or they got divorced, he will remarry again? Because men always have this abundance mindset that there's plenty of women around the world. And there's somebody that they're going to like. There's somebody that they're going to sleep with. So as single moms, we need to have this abundance mindset. Don't make yourself uncomfortable because you're trying to add love into the mix of a newborn and you trying to get yourself back. It's not the right season for that. If you are in the right season to date, you won't struggle looking for someone to look after your child while you go on a date. it won't be a struggle because it's the right time. The child is okay. The child is able to sort itself out. I'm not going to give you an age on when I think it's best because it might cause a lot of, you know, controversy and all that. But I just want you to think about it. That's all I'm saying. So that's it for this video, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.